Alright, everyone. So, hello. Took a bit of a day off there to get some stuff done, but I'm hoping over the next couple of weeks I'm going to be able to get on a tear here, especially with this game, and play it for a few connective sessions. So if you are watching the Twitch version, there's a good chance that this is going to come out. Well, this one's going to be immediate, but in the coming days, you'll actually see me doing continuous sessions. And the way it'll work is I'll probably do 2 to 3 different days of the sessions during one Twitch stream. And then during the gap in time, that'll allow me to release over 3 days. Because realistically, I know I'm going to be coming up soon on a point where I'll only be able to do 3, maybe 4 days in a week. And I want to try to start getting regular content put out, which means I at least need to, in those sessions, probably do 2 to 3. That way I can manage 5 to 7 days worth. And so if I can get a little bit of a backlog prep, that'll be good. That'll allow for quite a bit of opportunity there. Alright, so with that said, we are ready to move on here. This one is going to be a single hour session. So what we're going to do is run through these supports, because there were a lot, and then we'll see how much time's actually left to get things done. But we are going to run the Edelgard supports, because she basically got everyone in the house last go-around. So this will be the first string of things. It allows us to talk about how Edelgard relates to most of the class. Like I said, earlier I'd said Caspar is a really fun support for her, because I think that, especially when it comes to what she's been through, she definitely saw, like, oppression and suffering in every person. So every thing that was negatively affecting someone's life, she thought it was a drawback that she needed to solve, and it was a flaw in the system. And Caspar just kind of goes with the flow, and he actually gets excited about being able to rise above challenges. So it was interesting to see her kind of take a step back and realize that what she's doing is good for a lot of people, but not everyone necessarily needs that specific brand of help. Some people simply need to be given the direction in which to move. And so that's a lot of what their chain is. And I do think it's a really good one. Alright, so we'll start with Edelgard and Hubert, so I'll run this one.
Sometimes I wonder if your life could have taken you down a different path. If you had never met me and entered my service, you might have had a more peaceful...
A more tedious path. Inconsequential and spoiled rotten, like so many other nobles. Never. My duty to you is no mere obligation. I chose this.
And once again, it's kind of her, like, feeling guilty over putting the weight of the world on Hubert's shoulders, basically forcing him to become, like, far more devious than he probably even would have been. Just to be able to navigate around the den of vipers she wants to pursue. And much like Caspar, it's kind of a similar thing. He doesn't mind doing it because it's for her, and he has his own backstory reasons for why he trusts her so immensely.
I had thought that would be obvious to you.
I understand you well, better than anyone. But when I see you at the monastery, studying with the others, it makes me wonder what kind of life you might have had without me. That's all.
Such a life may have had its appeal. I thought I'd left my years of carefree innocence behind me. but I cannot deny that I find myself enjoying my time at the monastery.
I feel the same way.
That enjoyment, however, is only thanks to you. Standing by your side is all that truly matters to me.
I see. Then I won't speak of such things again. If it's really what you want, I'll gladly keep you by my side. The path I must walk is soaked in blood. It's a path that can lead to madness, can snatch away one's future, and can even take one's life. And the pool of blood at my feet is growing larger. Those stains can never be washed clean.
Please leave the violence to me. A leader must be seen as pure, above the fray. Allow me to paint the path that lies before you red with the blood of your enemies. I will do it gladly.
And very interesting that, like, in spite of, like, she believes she is, like, irredeemably tainted from all the stuff she has dealt with. And yet, he doesn't see it that way. In fact, he sees the actual events itself to be the dirty part. And so in his mind, he's going to protect, like, the actual person by doing the stuff that would actually haunt her. Continue on. After the super heavy one, the Ferdinand one is definitely a tone shift. As the Linhard one, but...
You came at just the right time, Edelgard.
Is that so?
Yes, I have a story for you. It's about a pair of nobles living about 100 years after the founding of the Adrestian Empire. One was Derek von Eyre. People called him the Warrior Prime Minister. He bravely led soldiers into battle and mowed down his enemies. And the other
Was the Emperor of the time. She wagered the throne in a duel against Derek and won. Why don't we do what our ancestors did and have a little duel ourselves? That's what you were going to say. But the answer is no.
I do love how, like, childish she can still be. Like, it's like she doesn't like showing the side, but she deep down she really is just the kid that was in the cell. Then we talk about Dimitri kind of having like the Batman style backstory, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, in some ways they both never left the den of their own torment. But at the same time, this gives her a chance just to be childish, because Ferdinand's basically just acting like the annoying little brother. And trying to make it sound epic by reciting old history that she really doesn't hold in that high of regard.
You interrupted me! The Warrior Prime Minister used a dramatic line to propose the duel, and you did not allow me to say it!
My apologies, Ferdinand.
Well, at any rate, you were correct in surmising that I was about to challenge you. But you were rather blunt in your refusal.
Ferdinand, control yourself. When will you tire of challenging me in pointless competitions?
I can quit now if you insist on it. I will not challenge you again.
You expect me to believe that?
Why do you look so surprised? Of course it is not a valid duel unless both parties are willing. Now that you have refused outright, I must come up with some other way of getting that which I seek.
I'm afraid to ask what you could possibly mean by that.
Only that I will find some other way of showing everyone that I am superior to you. Huh. I will write a handbook
I feel like this
listing
is
your
like
accomplishments, alongside my own more
This is
impressive
definitely more of what
accomplishments.
his dad would
Copyists will
push for,
produce
like,
thousands of these pamphlets and distribute them far and wide. Then everyone will know about my...
because he seems
This has
happy
to
in
stop.
like any role that suits the nobility,
Perhaps
including
I
just
should have
being
ended things with a duel after
support.
all.
So this whole idea of having to step ahead of Edelgard, it had to come from somewhere, and I think it was definitely the Prime Minister. Alright. Let's go for Linny.
Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something?
You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhardt who's been skipping lectures again.
I see. Well, congratulations, you found him. Did you want him for something in particular?
What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence?
Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition.
Before you go on, is there any discernible benefit to me allowing this babble to continue?
Well, of course.
And that would be?
I suspect you'll find the topic rather entertaining.
That's it.
What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward.
This is also amazing because, like, while Linhardt is extraordinarily lazy about, like, things that are required of him, when it's stuff that he is passionate about, he goes hard. And to the point that he basically does just not sleep during the night because he wants to conduct his stuff in the quiet, away from everybody. So when it comes to the whole scenario, like, it's two people with completely different ideas of what they want to see happen. Because all of this stuff being not directed towards anything is not productive for Edelgard in any discernible way. And she kind of doesn't see the purpose of doing stuff purely for passion's sake because it's not something she really does. But at the same token, like, doing stuff entirely just at the aim of a larger goal isn't really Linhardt's style, and honestly, it becomes very mentally taxing. So it is an interesting, like, dichotomy and, like, lack of balance in both that has to get evened out over the course of the support chain.
You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become a distinguished scholar. You could use your crest knowledge to benefit the world, or uncover new discoveries in magic theory.
Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge. I'm not interested in the world at large.
There's nothing wrong with a selfish drive for knowledge, but only if you put it to good use.
I'm sure there must be some use.
Oh? Then please, tell me what potential uses you have in mind.
Well, there are people out there who spend good money on bizarre artistic creations, so I'm sure my not at all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the children of the world.
A lullaby? I have things to do. Just know that this was my last warning.
Sure, of course. Goodbye.
And if anyone here is curious as to why everyone's clothing is so vastly different, it's the warm season in the game, so I have most of them using the spring outfits unless I didn't feel like it suited their personality, which is why Hubert is still using, like, the basic uniform. And a lot of them, especially Caspar and Petra, who are looking for lighter clothing to train in, and Linhardt, who's looking for just looser clothing to be relaxed in, they're wearing, like, the house uniform, the house jersey, as it were. Alright. Now for Edelgard's support with Bernadetta.
Bernadetta, why are you following me?
I love the idea that she actually was legitimately just looking away there.
You were following me quite conspicuously, so why attempt to hide now?
Please don't hurt me!
Calm yourself. I have no reason to harm you.
Forgive me, I beg you! I'll go straight back to my room and you'll never see me again, I swear!
Bernadetta.
Yes, Lady Edelgard!
Please explain why you were following me and why you tried to hide.
Is Her Highness saying she will not condemn me?
Please, speak like the human that you are. I already said no harm will come to you.
I know she's probably very keenly aware of what Murder's deal is, and she's trying to be accommodating to it, but yeah, she is a level beyond during the early stages of this game. I can see why this would get infuriating.
Yes, I'm sorry. Permit me to explain. Lady Edelgard, you are fearless. I look up to you as an example to follow.
And that explains it. How?
I decided to watch you from a distance, to learn from you. But your presence is, intimidating. I got more and more scared until I finally couldn't help but try to hide. Forgive me, I threw myself upon your mercy.
Honestly. Look, nobody is truly fearless. Even I have things that I'm afraid of.
What? You do?
You seem oddly overjoyed at the thought.
No, of course not. But, what in the world could possibly frighten you?
The sea. I find the pitch black of the open sea at night quite frightening. I can't swim, so if the sea were to wash me away, I fear I would never return.
That interests me. You would think that even at the young age they would have had her at least learn to protect herself in that kind of scenario. But maybe it is something they don't do until the kids are like teenagers, and so she just missed the window. Came too late for her. But yeah, it's an oddly specific fear. Like all of her other ones tend to be directly tied to the backstory. The swimming one and like just the size of the sea is definitely a unique one for her. It also kind of explains why her and Flame would have trouble getting along, considering Flame gets deep, like, emotional resonance from the sea, while Edelgard is, like, very fearful of it.
The sea? I think I may have seen it once. Maybe. I didn't know you couldn't swim. That's a surprise.
Again, my shortcomings delight you. Everyone has fears as well as things they can't do. How many times must I tell you?
I really did make you angry.
Yeah, she's definitely got the edge of like petulance still in her, which honestly that's good for her. Like, it's nice to see that some normalcy remains in her and that she can still draw it out, even if it's just in annoyance. Not for the Dorothea one. Oh,
Hey,
it's
Adie.
the singing one.
Uh-oh, you're scowling again. You're going to get wrinkles all over that cute face of yours if you don't smile more.
Hello, Dorothea. I was just lost in thought. There are so many things to be done. To think of them makes my head ache sometimes. So many nobles of the Empire are utterly useless. When I am Emperor, I intend to appoint only those who can actually be useful. It doesn't matter if they're of noble or common birth.
Noble or common, eh? Can you really do that? I mean, not that I don't agree. I'd make all those nobles vanish if I could.
It's not a question of can or cannot. All that matters is doing it and doing it right. The nobility system has only been around for 1,200 years. The concept didn't exist before that.
Only 1,200 years, huh? You always say such preposterous and extraordinary things, Adie. Yet somehow you actually make it work for you. It's like you're a character from an opera.
A character from an opera? If an opera is made about my life someday, I wonder how I'll be portrayed. The revolutionary who guided the Empire to a new dawn, or the foolish ruler who took her revolution too far?
Well, that all sounds pretty violent. But either way, it would make an incredible opera. Do you figure it'd be a grand action piece full of combat and
Honestly, it
strife?
sounds a little like Hamilton.
Or would you prefer a somber political drama? Hail the mighty Edelgard, though red blood stains her story. Heavy as her crown may be, she will lead soul to glory. To a brighter dawn we shall carry on. Hail Edelgard!
That's quite enough, Dorothea. I'm starting to feel more than a little embarrassed. Lovely as your voice is, let's just hope that any operatic productions about me are still a ways off.
That was a lot for a C support. Like, in terms of like who are the most like aligned with Edelgard, like of these groups, like I really do feel like Dorothea is right up there with Hubert in terms of being like one of the more like diehard kind of supporters, and a lot of that I think boils down to just Edelgard really like is pushing for a lot of the things that are like beneficial, like for her specifically, and she sees that there is something inspirational in seeing it. Especially when most of the nobles she can't stand the sight of. This, you got the one in front actually talking about just overhauling the whole thing. That is just swell.
Petra, you seem to be flourishing in your new environment. Is all going well for you?
Lady Edelgard, everything is well with me. Thank you for your question. Everyone shows great kindness, even while I am still learning about the language.
I'm glad to hear it. After all, a Brigid royal like yourself is of vital importance to the future of the Empire. If you ever need anything, please let me know. It's my job to watch out for you after all.
If that is your want, I will rely on you if I have the need. However, I will not have that need. I can resolve any problems that occur by myself.
I don't doubt it. Perhaps I'm worrying too much. I just don't know what I would say to your family if something were to happen to you.
Do not spend your worry on me. In Brigid, there is a phrase we say. You cannot shoot two birds with one arrow. Brigid and I are that second bird. Your first target is your ambition. Can you disagree?
There is certainly truth in your words. I do have ambitions that transcend all else for me. When I ascend the throne, there are certain things I must do. Tell me, Petra, who do you think I am?
Huh?
I will tell you. I am Edelgard von Hresvelg, and yes, I'm attempting to do what no one else can. I'm prepared to shoot two birds, or even three, with a single arrow. That is the least of the impossible things I will accomplish. If you don't need my patronage, then prove it. Show me your power. Never settle for being the bird. Be the arrow instead.
I will take your words to my heart, and you will be seeing my power. I give you my promise.
Their support chain in Three Hopes is mid-war, and it's only one sequence. It's basically the 8 support that never happens here. So it's interesting to see them, like, in the Academy run, start to develop the bond where, like, it's clear these are two eventual heads of state. Edelgard obviously feels her imminence of it a lot sooner, because she knows her dad is aged, and like I believe this is the month in the game where she turns 18, so she's basically able to ascend to the emperorship anytime like she feels like it's necessary, starting from the completion of this month specifically. Petra knows that her day is coming, but right now she's not at the point where she needs to think about being in charge yet. Like, she's still got the relatives there, she's still a couple years younger than Edelgard, and she still has to get out from under this whole situation in Fodlan. So, at this time, Edelgard and Petra definitely have more of a mentor-mentee kind of friendship. Whereas, if you go through Three Hopes, by that point, Petra is also of potential leader age, so she does have to be ready for that eventuality at any time. So the two are speaking more like head of state and next in line. And their friendship is kind of changed through that. So you see the dynamic shift between the two versions of the games. In any case, we got Hubert here. He's got 3 supports going. The Caspar one was wild.
I'm not finished with you. I am Caspar!
What's going on, Hubert? You need something?
I watched you training earlier. Pitiful display.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
You yell before every move.
I know. I do it on purpose. It's how I get fired up. Is that a problem for you? You scared?
Stupid habit. If you value your life, you'll bring it.
What are you talking about? It sounds like you might have a problem with me.
As a matter of fact, I do. If it was only your own idiotic life at stake, I wouldn't bother saying anything. But it's not. Your foolishness hurts everyone.
Ooh, you sure do love to hear yourself talk.
Suppose you were to shout on the battlefield as you did in your training today. It is very likely the enemy could anticipate your next move based on your insipid blather. And when your allies are startled by your outburst and fumble with their weapons as a result. This is not to mention the obvious fact that you would utterly botch any covert operation.
You really think I'm that stupid? I only shout when it's completely necessary. I don't do it all the time.
Whatever habits you develop in training, you will reproduce on the battlefield. Combat is intense and frantic. You will default to your training whether you mean to or not.
Hey, why don't you just shut up about it? I can control myself.
For all his, like, bluster and, like, intimidation, Hubert actually is trying to be helpful to all of them. And I definitely sympathize with his plight here. Anyway, I want to do the Petra one first, and then we'll go back to the Benedetto one.
Petra, industrious as ever, I see.
Hello, Hubert. Yes, I am trying to be industrious. I must be working hard to improve my position. Right now, it is not a good one.
Even accounting for that, your efforts are impressive. I wish a little of you would rub off on certain people here. One troublesome slouch in particular.
Rub? I will not be rubbing on anyone.
Not literally. I never would have imagined you would adjust so well to life in Fodlan. When I first met you, you couldn't understand a single word of the language. You had the look of a cornered animal. So much so I thought you'd grown up in the wild.
I had more youth then, and the experience was terrifying. My grandfather ordered me to go to Fodlan with suddenness. I was stolen to a strange land filled with strange people. The treatment I was receiving was like I was a strange beast.
It is unfortunate, but while you called our guest, you were actually a hostage. You were meant to be insurance that Bridget would not restore its alliance with Dada and attack us. The Empire required leverage, and after all, you are the Princess of Bridget.
It gave me sadness to leave my home. But I am not unhappy that I came to the Empire. I have learned much understanding of the outside world. My experience has made me become who I am. And meeting you and Lady Edelgard has had great value for me.
I admire your spirit in the face of adversity. You set a strong example to follow. And there is much more adversity to come.
He is a very ominous man when he wants to be. There's much more adversity to come. But no, I think that one in particular is you get a real glimpse of like how Hubert reacts with people that he has genuine respect for. Because with Linhard, Caspar, and Ferdinand, he's extremely frustrated by the lot of them. I don't think he dislikes Dorothea in the early going. It's more that it's clear to him that they aren't seeing eye to eye, and her focus is very much on something different than what he's trying to do. But, we're gonna see with the Bernadetta one, you see how he sees an opportunity to kind of have a little bit of fun. And you kind of see more of like his like childish side with Bernadetta, where he does try to find some enjoyment in what he's doing. And with the one here, with the Petra one, it's more a friendship of genuine respect. Like, he knows what she's been through, and that she's got some stories to tell just like Edelgard does. And she's just as motivated, and it's because they naturally end up, and that's how he ends up naturally just comparing the two, and something that she ends up kind of resenting that in particular. Like, she wants to be seen for herself, and that's kind of what the whole theming of that is, and we'll see it as we go. Yeah, the Bernadetta one is...
Being outside is so tiring. Tomorrow's gotta be just an inside day, Bernie.
This is a favorite chain in both of their lists for me.
Whoa, why is it so cold all of a sudden? It's as if an unspeakable evil just...
You're late.
No, into the light! Back to the beyond from whence you came!
Are you telling me to die?
He's
Hubert?
just doing monster routine.
In the flesh. I came to ask you something.
Oh no, what did I do? Think, Bernie, think!
There have been sightings of a sinister figure carrying a sharp object, wandering the halls at night. A strange giggle, the glimmer of a needle in the dark, the sound of a door creaking open and closed.
I was embroidering.
I suspected as much. Then you leave me no choice.
What? No, I'm too young to die! I've got so much left to do, please don't kill me!
About what I expected.
It's no good. I can't run anymore.
He walks his way over
That
there.
was quite a sprint. A shame you lack stamina. Now to my duty.
You're going to execute me, aren't you? Please, let me compose my last will and testament. Or at least a swan song. The creak of a door. Sorrow like a needlepoint. Bernie's gone away.
Bernadetta, a word of caution. How would you feel if you fell or bumped into someone while carrying around that needle? Please watch where you're going in the future. How did you manage to faint while standing up? Well, I cannot simply leave her here.
That is a fun chain. I look forward to more of those popping up. Okay, so Ferdinand's got Dorothea and Petra.
Ah, Dorothea. The dining hall seems so much brighter with you here.
30. I must say, you are quite adept with flattery. Please, give me some more.
Flattery? No, I was not. There you go with that attitude again. Why do you reserve such cold treatment for me and me alone? Do you hate Dorothea? Or have you some other reason to avoid my company?
I underestimated you. I assumed your noble upbringing had dulled your perception. But you got it right on your first try. I hate you.
Huh, I was right. Might I ask why you find me so despicable? I can scarcely guess.
Don't waste another minute thinking about it.
That will not do. I do not think you would hate a person for no reason.
Perhaps. How's this? If you can guess why, I'll let you know if you're right. The brains of us common folk are so simple, it should be pretty easy for a big shot noble to sort out.
Very well. I cannot walk away from a challenge. I have no choice but to chance a guess. You are always making fun, calling me a big shot, and so forth. Perhaps you think all nobles are... No, it cannot be that simple.
Oh? What can't be that simple?
Please, will you not give me a clue?
Well, let me see. A good clue? I know. It's because you're like a bee. That ought to be enough of a clue. So long, Ferdy.
A bee? I haven't the slightest. Perhaps because I am such a diligent worker?
First time I played through this, I actually was trying to piece together where she was going with it. I knew there was definitely something she didn't like about him, but I was trying to figure out how the bee thing fit in. It ended up working out pretty well. Anyway, the Ferdinand Petra one is good, and somehow, like, against all odds, they made it even better in Three Hopes. Like, the support they have on that one is just... it is peak comedy. But this one's actually genuine connection.
Ferdinand? Our professor is wanting to see you. He has much concentration right now. I will wait for him to be finished reading.
She has an understanding of what's going on, and he's very cognizant of people.
Diplomacy has an effect upon weapons development. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, Petra! How long have you been there?
A short time. You were devoting all of your attention to that book.
Forgive me, I was fully absorbed in my reading. I see you have been reading as well. Anything interesting?
I am studying the history of Fodlan.
A history book? What a keen student you are. And it's about House Hresfelg. Certainly a stimulating topic.
I am wishing to learn all about Fodlan. What is the book you are reading?
Oh, this? This relates to a little hobby of mine. The regional history of weapons development in Fodlan. Militaries have to adapt their weapons according to terrain and climates. And they have to keep up with technologies in other regions. It's very interesting.
Yes, it is interesting. I see why you would be enjoying that kind of reading.
Oh, does that excite your curiosity too? Perhaps you would care to read more about it then. This is just one of 18 volumes, and our library has the entire collection.
I give you my gratitude. Research of weapons could be a good reference for me. Oh, please take my apologies. I was meaning to tell you that our professor is wanting to see you.
Oh, it is not like you to forget something. I suppose I ought to be going then.
Yes, it is a rarity that I forget something. But it is not impossible.
Yeah, that, never understood why that last line comes in after he's already run off. In any case, it's a good spot to end that support, I guess. Alright, so, almost through here with everything. Petra and Caspar are up.
Alright, time for some more... Oh, Petra. Hi.
Caspar! Do you want to train with each other?
Yeah, sure.
You have had new training recently, and great improvements. I want great improvement too. Will you give me help?
Well, hey, look at that! You pay more attention than I give you credit for. I have been trying new training methods. They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper lately, more precise.
I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength. It will be greatness.
Alright, I mean, I guess we can give it a shot. Petra?
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind, sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all, let's train.
I heard a question in your voice. Say it.
No, it's really nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I will not be worrying. Can we begin the training?
Fine. You can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know.
What am I knowing?
About my father.
Your father? He is of the military in the Empire. I hear he has great skill.
No, not that. Well, it's kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the Empire. My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invaders. Your father was in that battle. Did you really not know? My father killed yours.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just found out recently. I had no idea before then. But it's all I've been able to think about since.
So, now you have the truth.
Petra? Damn it. What am I supposed to do now?
It's, that one is this is one that I don't think was done as well with, Three Hopes. Their approach with it wasn't as strong, I felt. This one, definitely, especially, level C here and level B are really good. Level A, when we get to it, there's a few notes to make it a little cleaner, but this is a really important part of like war where like you have two groups that were enemies before, and now you have to try to actually have some civility with each other. But there's obviously a lot of like hurt feelings going all over in that one. All right, we got one last one here.
It's peaceful here. Flowers are so calming. Just looking at these, it's like all the terrible parts of the day just disappear. If only people would be more like flowers. What's Bern doing? She looks like there's something wrong. All these nobles are just terrifying. And commoners? Just look at Dorothea. So pretty, popular, dazzling. There's no way someone like me could ever be close with someone like that. Bern, are you okay? Dorothea! Did you hear that? Just the part about you wishing you could get along with someone. So, Bern, who you got a crush on? Seriously now, you have to tell me. Who are they? Do I know them? I'm so excited for you, Bern. No. I was actually thinking about being friends with you. Me? I thought we already were friends. That's not what I mean. Oh, I'm such a coward. I thought it would be great if we could be closer. But all memories just getting away from me. Bern, whatever happened in the past, you know you have my full support. I'm here for you. I thought we'd already been friends for a long time now. Please. Just forget it. We'll never be close friends. Father would just... He would just... No! Wait, Father? What did she mean by that?
Yeah, definitely, the fates of Count Varley are always the kind of thing where, like, everyone's kind of satisfied with, whatever end he meets. There's usually not a lot of, mourning for that. Right, so we are at 45 minutes here. It is the first day of the month, so that means we are due up for exploration. But first, we have some beginner class things that can happen. a chance of me succeeding on this? Not yet. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, as a soldier, that's definitely Ferdy's skill level, so we'll use that.
A true noble never fails.
Especially when we had a 100% chance of success. Alright, so we got Dorothy and Petra still. So the question basically becomes, is it better to run her as a maid, or as a monk, or as a myrmidon? Let's see. She has 2 spells already, and truthfully, she's going to continue to push it. I will probably get her up to at least to D in white magic, so she has a little bit of healing magic in that regard, but there we go. Okay, so yeah, it might not be bad to have her boosted up, especially since she ends up being the dancer class. Having her with the sword will definitely be a benefit. So we can run her with the Myrmidon skill just to see if we can maybe get a little bit more success if she has to go hand in hand.
I passed thanks to you, Professor.
At least it gives her some protection. And at this point, she's doing well enough that she can be a fighter as well. So let's run that. Alright. So now we've got 1 of each.
I have 6.
And the thing is, once Linhart and Hubert move up, they're going to be mages. Caspar's probably going to be a fighter or a soldier. Well, she already got this, so I'm trying to see. Honestly, being the second Myrmidon might not be bad, but for the time being, got some business to take care of here. We're not going to take care of the whole thing all at once, but I do want to at least get my recruit for the upcoming mission.
A hero's relic.
I don't usually use this one.
Quite so. The stone within the sword. A glow of red. Oh, it is nothing.
Alright. I do want to pull from the DLC supplies at certain points, so that might be something to take care of at a later time. Honestly, having Shamir in this would be good if I can do it.
You spend too much time roaming the monastery. If you're looking for something, try less aimless wandering. Sure. It's none of my business anyway. I'm just here to take care of enemies who get too close.
No, we can't use her yet. Bonus items. Anything that specifically focuses on her? No. Okay. Alright, so for this one, remember, in terms of the battle that comes up, who's ideally suited? I think a second dedicated healer with Marianne would probably be the way to go. Going with Felix as an extra swordsman is also a help. Let's see. Okay. Of course, Ingrid also will give me a second person running with the spear, so that would be nice. So that's the thing. We are short on spear fighters. Because there aren't a lot of like with the spear who jump out in this game. So let's see. I'm thinking for this one. Yeah, let's run with. We're going to have a lot of people who are going to be trained in melee fighting. It is going against maybe some people at a distance. So, if we can see what Marianne actually is capable of doing. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let me try that. How's the sound going on it now? I had to adjust it earlier because the volume in the monitor was clashing again, so. Alright, let's try it here.
It seems there were forces opposing the church, beyond Lord Lonato. I never thought such forces could exist in this world. I suppose that may be true. Yes.
Alright, so yeah, I'm going with an extra healer here, especially since it seems like at this point, if I use Linhardt in too many combat situations, he's going to get wiped out very quickly. So it seems like it'll be good to have a second healer on this unit. Oh, was he? Yeah, second thing there? Yeah. Because I turned the game audio on to switch it over. I've been trying to, like... So what I'm doing is I'm turning my mic off and switching to game audio when I know I'm just going to let the thing talk for the whole duration. So, I'm experimenting right now. Still relatively new to the whole thing, so... Trying to see what works and what doesn't. And actually...
Okay.
And yeah, this is part 1 of today's stream setup. So this one, we're approaching the hour mark rapidly. And then in the evening, I'm going to do a longer session, 2 to 3 hours. Main reason, Wednesday, I have about a 4-hour block that gets kind of taken out here from about 3:30 to 7:30. So I'm hoping to be back on in the late evening today. So I'm trying to see, is there anything I want to knock out now? Because I am coming up to the time limit.
What the?
Is it now 3:10?
Maybe.
Wasn't enough. And I can do... I can do the advice column real quick. Yeah.
Well, about 20 or so years ago, there was a big fire in Garreg Mach.
Oh, we
On
know.
that day, Captain Gerald went missing. Everyone thought he was dead. It never occurred to me that he might actually have survived. The truly strange part is that in all those years, he hasn't changed a bit.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is like the month where a lot of the deep lore starts coming in. Oh yeah. Which route are you going through? Okay, nice. Yeah, that one, yeah, that one goes places, definitely. That, to me, is, like, the closest route to being, like, one of those slice-of-life stories that gets, like, really bizarrely dark in the final season. And almost, like, changes genres. Okay. Oh, yeah, so then you're in for, yeah, anytime. If you've only done Crimson Flower before, each one is very tonally different. Like, there's a lot of common threads, and when you put the whole, like, backstory of all four routes, it very much, like, is like a tapestry. But, yeah, it's interesting to see, like, try to piece together what's happening, because by the end of Crimson Flower and the Blue Lions route, you've got... Yeah, by the end of it, you've got still some questions, and then you gotta use the deer route and the church route to piece it all back together. So we are coming up, there we are. So I've been at this, yep, about 58. So this is my cutoff point, because I do have to get ready to start checking in. So, as I start getting ready for my, my business here, I shall return late evening, and you want to see, will probably be in for a 2 to 3 hour session later tonight. Those of you watching on YouTube, this one will go up pretty close to a next day broadcast, and then the rest of them will be released one day after the other. As I said, I'm going to start taking the longer sessions, breaking them up into 1 hour chunks, so that way I can start building up a backlog. So there's always something running up on that channel each day, even though I realistically can only stream half the week. Yeah. Yeah, that one is... When he's screaming in, like, the agonies of death at the end of Crimson Flower, you can kind of imply it, but because you don't know the backstory yet, it just kind of sounds like a madman, like, raving at the end of his life. But yeah, they kind of go into, like, he's very much obsessed with the past, whereas if you go through some of the supports with Edelgard, it's clear not only is the past not of huge importance to her, it's mostly because she has, like, whole chunks are missing. So... Yeah, I think it was the Manuela support with Edelgard. Like she drawn back in like the sound of like the opera, like it kind of brings back a childhood memory that was like repressed, and so it kind of is hinting that certain things are like locked behind a door and like needs to be pulled out. Stick with the lion route. You'll actually see a memory pull out later. In any case, yep, I have crossed the hour line, so enjoy that. Let me know kind of where you are in that story. I'm curious where you are at that point and what your thoughts are as it goes through. For now, I will wish you all... Oh, yep, the Dance on the Dagger. Yep. Okay, so you're pretty far in. Okay. Alright then. With that said, everyone, enjoy next little bit. Those of you on Twitch, I will see you all very soon. Oh yeah, the village coming up. Yep. See ya.